If she was doing all this and you said there were several other things she did that violated, but you're not telling us, then we don't know what she did. We can't hold her accountable. Men, if y'all want us to hold the women accountable, y'all have to tell us what the women did.
Nah, because then sometimes when they do it, it'd be a handful of people in that audience. Oh, you acting like a female, da 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 da. You doing what we don't give a doing. You snitching, da 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 da. You should have just took it like a man.
I'm gonna tell you now.
Just kept your mouth shut.
I'm gonna tell you now. A lion does not give a darn about what the field mouse talks about, and that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. The lion does not give a crap about what the field mice is talking about. If we lions and we talking about lion stuff, I don't give a crap what a possum talking about, gang. I don't care. If we need to hold this woman accountable for what she did to you, why do we care about what the loser in the basement care? What's poppin', YouTube? It's your boy KiteZz here. My lovely wife is just Alex.
What's up, peoples?
Hey, today we are checking out the Donald and Adrienne catch-up with Arlette Amulis. We're live with twitch.tv/thekitez, so come on over. Come on. Twitch, say hello to your brothers and sisters. All right, let's do it.
Love up, 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 love up. Love up, love up.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. It's your host Arlette and we are joined here today.
We got him. Oh, there's BM.
Finally.
BM stands for Belt Man.
Finally.
BM stands for Belt Man.
Businessman. He means business.
With BM. And we also have Donald and Adrienne. Welcome, you two. How are we feeling?
Hey, y'all. I'm good. How are y'all?
Good.
What's up, y'all?
He wearing a turtleneck indoors?
Indoors.
Indoors.
Take it away, Penny.
All right. So we had the both of you on episode 92 where you ended up matching.
Okay.
Is it a yes for you for him? It's a yes.
Oh.
And is it a yes for you for her?
So yes.
We got a match. I'll take the mic. Go ahead and get your lady. Make some noise for that lady.
All right. So let's kind of get into the, why you guys even came on the show. Like, what made you want to get on Pop the Balloon and like change your route of dating? Let's start with you, Donald.
Pretty much, I feel like I've tried other routes. You know, obviously a conventional thing nowadays is the dating apps. I wasn't really too fond of that. And then I didn't want to date somebody in the workplace. So my options was rather limited. I tried a speed dating in person.
Oh, okay.
It was all right, but it wasn't for me. So I was like, all right, let me just try something different. So then I tried you guys.
Okay, he tried all of what could be done.
And Adrienne, what about for yourself?
I feel like when I signed up for the show, I was kind of in a space of like, do I really want to date still? And it was like, I had not just got out of a relationship, but I had just got, not just, but like most recently got done with a long distance relationship for the first time. And I was just like, it could have been better. But yeah, the dating pool is awful. Like it's just bad. I think I got to a point where I'm like, what else can I do? So, I watched the show. So I'm like, let's just see what happens. That's really was my mindset. It was like, I never tried like anything like this before, like not a speed dating thing. I'm not a person that goes out seeking people. I don't do the online dating thing. I just don't. So,
Okay.
So yeah, I was like, well,
okay. So they both basically had the same experience. Well, her in the aspect of she feels like the dating pool is trash. Him in the aspect of it's hard to have a dating pool where he's at. And he don't want to date his circle of people or his environment. So I guess, okay, it makes sense. The dating pool is trash, but it's only because...
It's only as trash as you make it to be.
Yes. Everybody in the majority is not paying attention to why the dating scene is going bad. Instead, everybody's playing blame game. It's women's fault, it's men's fault. It's women's fault, it's men's fault. It's women's fault, it's men's fault. But nobody's saying it's all of our fault. Like, nobody want to keep it 100.
In my mind at all.
It's all of our fault. Everybody's doing bad. Everybody's doing bad. But until everybody owns up to it, until there's a group of men that sit there and go, men, this is where y'all are messing up. And a group of women go, women, this is where y'all are messing up. And then they all get together and they go, people, society as a whole, we're all messing up here. It's never gonna happen.
Child, the apps today probably, but the apps back then, y'all remember cowboymeat.com and eHarmony and Christian Mingle? Them people, they was actually matching. They were actually, yeah, it's funny, but people were actually getting married off of stuff like that.
They say it's the clanker's fault.
Man, it's just how people are today.
Well, let's see if the balloon does something for me.
Okay, well, you guys did end up matching, luckily, but let's see. Let's go ahead and jump right into the part that, everyone tunes in to hear about. Since you two ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
We did the first. Oh, well, you.
No, go ahead, ladies first.
Okay. We did the day of.
No!
Let him be a gentleman.
Of the show, the day of the show, the day we matched, we went on a date, and because I left the next morning at 5, my flight left at 5 in the morning. But I think the show was over like early enough to where I was just like, I could sleep on the flight. Let's just, go on a date. So we did go on a date the day when we were out in Arizona.
Okay. And how was that date for you, Donald?
The day was all right. After the studio, I met her at her hotel. We went to a plant-based taco spot because she has a plant-based diet, which I found out afterwards when we were off air. And then from there, we went to we spent probably 30 minutes there, hour. Then we went to this other it's kind of like half of an arcade.
Okay. Plant-based tacos.
Okay, she had that veggie chicken crumble. Yeah, I know them tofu tacos, them chickpea plantain tacos, them spinach and arugula with feta cheese tacos. Oh no, feta cheese is not vegan. My bad. But I know how they get down.
Bar / it got a dance floor. It was a vibe though.
Yeah, you give me a bean patty taco, I'm fighting.
Had some drinks, engaged in good quality conversation and stuff like that. So it was all right.
All right. So I know, Adrienne, you said you had to go back the next day after filming. Yeah. And Donald, I'm not sure when you went back either, but once you guys went back, were you guys staying in communication? How was all that?
Yeah, we stayed in communication. We stayed in communication. We talked on the phone, sent a lot of voice notes back and forth because that's my preferred mode of communication when I'm working or my days are going by. When I got time to sit down, it's now I can do a FaceTime type thing or whatever. So we did. We stayed in communication probably up until I guess now.
Matter of fact, Yeshua, I want you to record a voice log of you saying this word. I want you to say that word.
Okay. So you guys are still talking? It's still going well?
Actually, matter of fact, let me hold on. There you go. I typed it for you. Say that.
No.
Say that in voice memory.
Okay.
But, I mean, just up until I would say I think maybe a week, not even a week. It was a long time. I think we actually might have actually spoke to each other.
I know, y'all. That's the problem with you Jamaicans, man. Y'all always want to jump. He came and he started it first. You always want to be Captain Saber Jamaican. He started it. Man. That's why Trinidad the better island.
Man.
Okay, so you guys just went on that one date when you were in Arizona. Did you ever happen to meet up again after that, or no?
Nah.
Because he lives downstate in the city, and I live in Buffalo, so we're a little. It's not like we can like meet up like that. Even though we live in the same state, we are a little bit further away from each other, so we haven't met up again since Arizona.
Okay, why not? What happened? I heard Donald laughing first. We got to hear from Donald. Go ahead, Donald. Let's hear it.
I actually would like Donald to speak first.
Yeah, I got no problem speaking first.
Kite, you did your shoe wrong yesterday in the bathroom. That sound crazy. In my mind. That sound crazy.
Actually, it was I. It was I that put his bot in the toilet. Yeah.
That sound crazy, gang. Yep. I know what he's talking about.
In context of Repo, we were playing Repo yesterday.
We were playing Repo, and I killed Yeshua's robot, and I put him inside a toilet and flushed it.
We flushed it.
And it flushed so much that the toilet exploded.
Yep.
But that's full context.
You got
put context with that, gang.
That was wild.
All right, everybody lock in, though. We're not talking about Repo. We're not talking about that. Everybody lock into the video. Come on now.
I heard Donald laughing first. We got to...
Arizona.
Okay, why not? What happened? I heard Donald laughing first. We got to hear from Donald. Go ahead, Donald. Let's hear it.
I actually would like Donald to speak first.
Yeah, I got no problem speaking first. I think it was like a lot of things that happened.
Ciao.
So just distance aside, right? I already went into the mindset of the show. Like, I'm not going to lead with, hey, oh my God, somebody's far or whatever, you know. But I can't deny that I'm sure there's a factor in the back of both of our minds. But I'm still like, yo, listen, I'm willing to make things work, whatever. But our communication style, even though like she says she prefers voice notes and I do too, we wasn't necessarily in sync. I'm pretty decent, busy person, same with her. But I feel like our communication styles wasn't necessarily in sync. And then as we're talking more and more to get to know each other, I feel like, not that every conversation was like that. Sometimes we had like good, dope quality conversation. Like we spoke like 90 minutes or 2 hours. But I feel like some of the times the conversation was geared towards like, is almost like she was trying to still rule me out. If that makes sense. Where like she was, I don't even know exactly how to articulate it. But I feel like she was not, allowing things to really like flow. Like sometimes. So that made me even more resistant to go out my way.
Was she trying to still like, he said fill him out, right?
Yeah, like she was trying to probably vet him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so she's still trying to like make sure she made the right decision essentially. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna speak, but if she's still trying to get to know you and her guard is still up and she's still trying to like make sure like, did I make the right choice? I don't think anybody should be shamed for that. I think that's still smart. You don't know him. You know, you met him one day, you went out one day, that's it.
Y'all
but
trying to move too fast with these matches, man.
Right. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to like put up a defense so that it's like you're letting them know like, oh, I picked you by accident and now I'm about to say, you know, you're trying to say like, oh, I know this ain't gonna work. Let me just make you feel me? If you're trying to make him step on the landmine and then be like, yep, I knew it, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, but we don't know the context of what she was asking or what their conversations were actually like.
Yeah.
To come to that conclusion. But if that's how he felt, then okay, I guess.
Like I already had I've spoken to some people like already, like I had it in motion, like I wanted to go to Buffalo and I had spoke to her about it. Not in like great depth, but I told her I wanted to, but we just we were in a line sometimes. We just weren't on the same page. So I'm like, yo, listen, if I'm already going to make this sacrifice and we having these issues like this, that makes me even more reluctant to go like see her. But I was willing to, but then things fell through a few days ago, and I was like, all right, listen, it is what it is. But yeah.
So did you feel like she had walls up? Like you couldn't get past that, or what?
Yeah.
What do you think it?
So there was what she touched on earlier. Like, I do think, and this is no shot at nobody. Obviously, I don't know her situation in depth with the previous partner, but I do think she was, yes, her walls were up, and she was a little bit more like, trauma is a strong word, but it was like borderline, almost like traumatized from the experience, or at least extra guarded, if you would say. Yeah. So, yeah, like I would say certain stuff, like, because on air, I was like real serious, almost treating like a job interview. Your brain's going 1,000 miles per hour. But once we got off air, like my silly, jokey side came around. But even like when I would say certain jokes and stuff, she was still like she was, even like, remember when I was going to, like, towards the end when we aligned and was like, we matched, and she was like, where she's from? And she's like, oh, she's from Buffalo. And what about me? I was like, oh, New York City, whatever. And I'm like, oh man, that's Buffalo's practically another state. Obviously joking. I know the geography. But you saw that look on her face, which obviously I couldn't see at the show because I'm looking at the camera or whatever. But in hindsight, looking back, I see like she was really on some, like, damn, like.
Okay. She did admit that she just recently got out of a long distance relationship while applying for the show. And I think, not to say you can't go back out and start dating and stuff like that, but y'all don't give yourself enough time to really like unpack everything that you just went through in a relationship, whether it be good or bad. And you don't give yourself the adequate amount of time to replenish yourself, pour back into yourself, because when you're in a relationship, you're giving part of yourself to that person. So, and when y'all separate, part of what you just gave is now gone. You have to mend those things back within you sometimes. Y'all don't give yourself enough time and space and opportunity to just be by yourself and really reflect on the relationship as a whole and really figure out what you want out of a relationship before coming on the show. That was too soon, in my opinion. Yeah,
I feel like she should have came on the show when she was like fully, completely,
Yeah.
But I don't know the time span. But she said recently, so it's like, okay, but we don't know the time span.
Like, she was really about to pop, but like that was kind of how things.
Now, Donald, I'm sorry to cut you off, but now don't even try that, because we had a conversation about that, and I was like, it was a joke, and like, because I told you that people from downstate always like to say that Buffalo is not a part of New York State, and I told you that wasn't me being like, that was like me being joking, like, don't say that. So it wasn't like I was doing that because you lived far away from me.
Okay. Key typed that as well. So I guess that's the same way of like how we be on this channel, where it's like when somebody be like, Kite, you from the Dino, or you from Fresno, or you from blah blah blah, and I be popping my stuff like, who is you talking to? Like, I'm not for none of that. I'm not really mad, but I'm also correcting you on like, no, I'm not from that. Like, don't ever say I'm from that area, but California is so different.
People just be chatting.
Yeah, California is so very different that people don't realize, like, if, say, for instance, you was like, oh, you from the Dino, and I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, I guess I am, and then another California person watches that, we're weird. We check each other on that.
Yes.
It's very weird, right?
So when people just be throwing on, y'all from this, y'all from that, y'all from this, y'all from that, if I'm quiet and I don't claim nothing, you're wrong.
Yeah. You're wrong. Because a lot of people don't understand California is politics. Like, for the black culture, is politics. Or for all the minority cultures, it's politics. So, yeah. Sorry. So, if y'all be like, Kite, you from Compton. If I go, yeah, and somebody in the comments or somewhere, hey, I heard you said you was from Compton. Oh, where your family stay at? I'm not from Compton. So why you claim it? Because the thing about California is all these areas got their own struggle, and we unify off our struggle. Like, Compton people know how Compton get down, so they unify off of that.
You gonna mess up my sanction because I'm from Compton. Don't be talking about you from somewhere.
So now I'm fake claiming like I'm from your. You see how like political it gets. So I can understand the Buffalo, New York thing because don't do that. Like we still, you feel me? That's like somebody saying, "Oh, the IE's not really California." I'm gonna get hot. Like, what you mean we not California? We run California. Like because that's my spot. You feel me? I'm gonna pop it. So I understand.
Yeah.
So, and we had that conversation. So it wasn't even like, yeah, my face was like that because people from Buffalo, people outside of New York City hear that all the time. That's not even New York State. Like, yes, it is. We live in New York State. So that's why I did that. And we had that conversation. So it's not even that. And I think just to touch on the part about you saying that, like I felt like me and you had pretty in-depth conversation. I told you things about myself. And I told you I'm an open book. I've been an open book, right? So I don't think that I had walls up. I was very open. I think what the issue is that because you told me in the last voice note that you sent me that you felt like you were being interrogated. You felt like I was giving you interrogatory questions. And I felt like I'm asking the questions that I don't, and you said like organic, go with the flow. I'm not a go with the flow person when I'm trying to get to know somebody off rip, especially in situations like at this age, my big age. I'm going to ask the questions that need to be asked. And then we could talk about what your favorite color is, what your favorite food is, those types of things. I'm not just going with the flow just to get to the point. I'm going to get to the point first.
Okay, so this goes back to when we talked about previous catch-ups, I think like a couple weeks ago, when we talked about the big problem with dating now is in the very early stages, people have taken that information gathering and they don't know how to like ease into it to the point where people are getting in relationships and they're being given an SAT.
They're in the background screening process.
Right. And it's like, we're still on a date. We're still trying to get to know each other. There's a time, like, I feel like people need to understand there's a time for serious information and then there's a time for some fun information. If every phone call I get with you for the first 2 weeks is when I call you, so where did your mom live? How old are your sisters? What's your relationship with your dad? What school did you go to? When you were in that school, what did you do? How did you feel about that? What's your blood type? Blah, 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 blah. If I do that, these conversation style interrogation questions for the first 2-3 weeks of the relationship, and then week 4, you're like, okay, I'm done with all my serious questions. So what's your favorite TV show? I'm not interested anymore. Because it's like, bro, I feel like I just gave you a government survey. I don't even feel like we in a relationship. I feel like you just asked me like I'm a job interview.
I feel like you can have a happy medium of both.
Exactly.
You can have a happy medium of asking straightforward, serious, intentional questions while also formulating the question in a way that you actually get to know that person outside of the question itself sometimes. Because sometimes people will give these corporate, straight cookie cut answers to questions that seem super intense and invasive or interviewee type questions, but then when you ask them something that's more like relaxed and chill and all that kind of stuff, pay attention to people's character, their mannerisms, their tones, how their faces light up when certain words or certain smells, whatever the case may be. I feel like there's a happy medium. Everything don't always have to be a job interview type thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a straight shooter. So me asking you the questions that I asked you, I felt like you felt like it was interrogatory because when you gave me the answers, the questions that I was asking and you gave me the answers, I told you, I don't like that. That's a red flag, whatever. So it's not like we didn't have conversations. It's not like when you made a joke, I didn't laugh. I wasn't like sitting.
Wait. You were saying stuff like, oh, that's a red flag.
Why would you do that?
Like, yo, bro.
TikTok didn't taught y'all how to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Stop saying these terms in front of people.
Just put a pin in it. Note it to yourself in your head.
Yeah, stop letting me know you remember what we just said? It feel like a test? Stop letting me know
you're testing me.
You're testing me, bruh.
And sometimes, I'm gonna tell y'all this too. Sometimes y'all don't know how people are gonna react when you say something like, if I say, oh, I like the color green, and you tell me that's a red flag, oh, you about to get me teed up. Because now
in the middle of our conversation too. Oh, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. That's offensive.
Meet me outside, bro. Meet me outside. I'm calling my sister.
That's offensive. Because you saying that's a red flag. You're saying there's something wrong with me.
Facts. And
if there is something wrong with me, keep it to yourself because you don't know how I'm going to react to you calling me something wrong or deeming as a red flag. I'm gonna show you a red flag. Come outside.
Facts.
Since I'm such a red flag, come outside.
As soon as you say, "Oh, that's a red flag," all right,
what?
All right, hold on. Hey, big sis, come beat her up, man.
Facts.
Facts. Come beat her up.
And I'm just saying, as a hypothetical and as the extreme case, you don't know where people's mind is at, and some people take a high offense to stuff like that. If it's a red flag to you, cool. Note it. Put a pin in it. Bro. But you don't ever want to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation where the person is picking up on you doing stuff like that to them, and their mannerism and their demeanor start to change. They start getting a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more agitated and annoyed. Yeah. You don't know what you're gonna get from that.
Because you could be red flagging things that they're passionate about. Like I'm gonna give y'all an example of how crazy this looks. So nice to meet you, Alex.
Red flag. Ooh. How you doing? Ooh, child, red flag. My chair almost gave out on me.
So what's your favorite color?
Green.
Red flag.
Oh.
You see how crazy that look? Oh, what's your favorite TV show?
The Office.
Oh, you unstable. Okay. I guess. You see how
saying that about The Office though.
You see how crazy that is though?
Yeah.
We can keep going. What kind of car do you like?
Jeep Wrangler.
Oh, you're bougie.
Oh.
That's crazy.
I like it. I don't own one.
You see how crazy that is?
The Office is wild though. It ain't wild, man.
No, watch him out. I done got.
See? Hey, you see? Hey, listen, that's what I'm talking about.
There's shows you can't talk about. Them Office people, they die for that show. I learned that the hard way.
Don't talk about The Office, bro.
Yeah, bro, they die for that show. That's beyond me.
That's my comfort show, man.
But you see how crazy that is. Imagine somebody doing that to your face in the middle of the date. In the middle of the day, you cutting steak. Oh, so how's your relationship with your mom?
I don't talk to my mom.
Unstable.
Oh.
In the middle of the date, like, are you crazy?
Y'all be rude, bro. Hold on.
That you like light over your face, like, sir, tell me this, and this. Like, it wasn't that. Like, you act like we didn't have organic conversation. I asked you the questions that needed to be asked, and so I can determine whether or not this is a true match.
I read Spanish, man.
Those are the things that are important to me. And that goes back to me being somebody who's intentional about when I meet people and get to know people to see if I'm actually going to want to date them. Because again, I'm not in a space where I'm just here I'm just out here. I'm not, that's not how I operate. And I told you that. And me and you weren't aligned on that. Yeah. Like when you told me that this was the first time that you've ever dated intentionally, that threw me off because I'm like, I told you on the phone, I've never dated people without intention. Anytime I date somebody or talk to somebody, it's always to build a relationship. Always. Never in my life, and never in my life have I.
She didn't want to be the guinea pig. Not you just now dating intentionally and I get to be the test dummy. But
I don't get how y'all get so comfortable. Y'all just start saying these things. That's something I would. There's certain, like, can we keep it 100? There's certain things I would keep to the grave. In my mind. You feel what I'm saying? There's certain things I would keep to the grave. Y'all get so, y'all have, you know what it is? Because everybody is so desperate for a relationship. Everybody's so antsy and on edge that y'all just say the craziest things on first date. Why would you ever in any world think it was smart to announce on your first date after you just left Pop the Balloon, this is the first time I've actually tried to intentionally date somebody? That's crazy.
Yeah. He possibly could have meant by like, no, actually, I don't even know how to really, I don't really know how to, because there's some people, okay, so you know how when you're around a group of people and, you kind of pick up like their traits, their habits, like men pick up certain traits from other men and women pick up certain traits from other women. And they think that's the way of them being intentional. And then sooner or later, they end up learning what true dating with intent is, not the way that people have told you how you should be dating, or you see other people spitting game or getting women or getting men. and you think that's the way of being intentional, it is intentional to some extent, but not good intentions. It's bad intentions. It's intentions where you only seek benefit or you reap benefit from it, not the other person, as far as you really want to get to know that person. You really want to be with that person long term. Exactly. So on and so forth. Some people don't have the intentions of marrying anymore. Some people just have the intentions of hooking up and then calling it a day. Maybe that's probably what he meant, or him saying like, this is his first time intentionally like going out and seeking after women to date long term or date in general, because he stopped dating and stopped doing the speed dating and stuff like that. I don't know, but
you play phenomenal defense.
I'm not playing defense, but I'm just saying I do believe that there are people out there that think their intention is the right way of intentionally dating when it's actually the wrong way. And sometimes you end up learning what the right way of actually genuinely and intentionally dating someone is. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not saying that's probably his case. But to each his own.
I said, I'm just out here. I've never dated people without intention. Anytime I date somebody or talk to somebody, it's always to build a relationship. Always. Never in my life, and never in my life have I said, I'm just out here just dating casually, whatever. I don't get to know people and spend my time and energy in people for that reason. And when you told me that, I was like, why now? You know, at like where you are now, like, and because I don't operate like that. So I think there was a misalignment there, and I think that kind of translated into other areas when we were.
Okay, so why did it take Pop the Balloon for you to now be at that point of I'm trying to seriously date? How old is Buddy? Does anybody remember his age?
No, let's go back to the video because they'll age him up to 50, 60.
Yeah. How old is Gang? He's 38, 39, 38, 38, 38. So he's... Nah, I ain't gonna lie. In my mind. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't ask what he looked. I asked what he was. See, y'all go too far, bro. I ain't asked what he looked. I asked what he was, gang. Y'all go too far. That's why Alex went straight to the research. Y'all proved her point. He looked 40, all right?
Having conversation.
When was this said?
Go ahead.
You said that he said that he doesn't date intentionally. Is that what you said?
No, he told me that up until recently, he's never dated intentionally. And we had an extensive conversation about that. And I had to ask specific questions because I'm like, what you mean you ain't never? I was like, so, and I had brought up like his last relationship that he said he was in for 3 years. And I said, so you were dating her for 3 years and then didn't go into that like with intention? Like that don't make sense to me because like I feel like after a certain age, no matter male or female, you should know. It shouldn't take you 3 years to figure out whether or not you want to
Facts! Facts! I'm tired of hearing these excuses. Facts! You know how crazy it is for me to be seeing 40-year-old dudes talking about, I've been with my girl for 9 years and, you know, I think I realized I want marriage. Like, what are you talking about, gang? Is you cool? It didn't take you 9 years.
Are you sure she still want marriage? She waited almost a whole decade.
I'm going to say this, and I've said it before, bro. It do not take long to know if you want to marry or not marry a person. It doesn't take long at all. It don't. And whoever is trying to tell y'all that it do, I want you to look at their relationship status as they tell you that. You're hearing from a married person. It don't take long. It doesn't. The only reason why it take long is because you got some trauma or something, or you got trust issues, or you don't know what the qualifications that you really looking for. As a married person, it don't take long.
Or you're actually doing things in a positive, healthy way as far as from a Christian standpoint, y'all not living together, but you guys are getting things done on both ends to where that when it is time for you guys to have that day of y'all wed and all that kind of stuff, all that stuff is already done. Finances is put away. The important legalities is put aside. Y'all finished y'all careers, stuff like that. I think that would be the only reason why you wouldn't like physically be married yet. If y'all building the future, y'all doing the stuff, splitting up the work to build the future up. So when y'all do get engaged or get married, y'all don't have to worry about those things. But
facts.
Eventually be with somebody, propose to them, be in a relationship with them, build a life with them type thing. And so when he told me that, I'm like, and then he said he had to heal, do his thing through therapy, blah, blah, blah. And then he started coming back. When he got, then after that, he got into the dating world and decided to start dating intentionally. And I could see that if we were 22, 23, maybe, but not at 30. I'm 34, he's 38, 39. I don't know. I don't understand it in general. So when he told me that but that was like.
So 3 years ago, you're in a relationship for 3 years. So dang, that's a long time to not know if you really want to have a serious partner in life or not. I'm not gonna lie.
And it's probably not the partner that's the problem. It's a lot of times people that be like, I'm not sure if I want to get married, blah, blah, blah. It's not the person that they're worried about. It's themselves.
30 is not old, but 30 is still a mature.
Yeah, it's a mature.
You're at a very mature state in life.
Yeah.
A 20-year-old and a 30-year-old should be leagues different from each other.
Yes.
Just like, but I'll say this: a 10-year-old to a 20-year-old should be a valleys difference.
Yeah.
20-year-old to 25-year-old is like a city block difference. You feel what I'm saying? But a 20-year-old to a 30-year-old needs to be a valleys difference again. You feel what I'm saying? It needs to be a big difference between a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old. A 30-year-old to a 40-year-old and a 50-year-old, it could be block difference again, because 30s and 40s, you kind of already in your thing. But a 60-year-old and a 30-year-old should be leagues apart from each other. You get what I'm saying?
Like towards the end of like before, like I was like, yeah, this is not a match for me. I think that, but that specifically when he told me that, I was like, I don't know. I had to sit on it and I was like, yeah, that don't sit right with me.
Can I ask you both?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why do you think you're both ready for a serious relationship?
Do you want to answer first?
Go ahead, Donald.
You can go first.
Exactly like what I said on the show. Like my mindset shifted. So that's something that I was going to follow up with her to answer her question.
Right.
I have no shame in saying that. I didn't have that mindset. The mindset that I have now, I didn't have that mindset 4 or 5 years ago. So I just went into the relationship.
Whoa.
Like I said,
4 or 5 years ago. So 30, 35, 34?
Yeah.
So at 35 and 34, you didn't have a mindset of serious relationships?
There's a lot of people in their 30s right now that don't have that mindset now.
I'm going to tell y'all now, it's time to grow the freak up.
Yeah.
Grow the freak up. Stop playing kid.
There's people in their 40s and 50s that still have that mindset. It's just, it depends on the person, man.
Grow the freak up. I'm sorry. I know that sounds offensive. I know that hurts people's feelings. I know everybody got excuses in the world and all that, and I feel it, and I understand, and y'all are human, and y'all can be human. But sometimes I gotta tell you the truth, and the truth gotta hurt. Grow the freak up.
Age don't make you wise.
It's time to grow up.
It don't automatically make you wise. It don't automatically make you mature. You have to grow into and want to be those things. That's why I said what I said, and I was right.
Bro, y'all gotta understand this. I want y'all to put this in perspective. We talk about a lot of history in these streams and these videos, right? We do a lot of history. The medieval ages, people was calling it God's blessing if you lived past 20. They were calling it God's will on your life if you made it past 20s at those ages, because of all the things that took you out, right? Meaning that when you was turning 16, they was treating you like an adult. You feel what I'm saying? Boy, you 35. 35, you don't know what you want in a relationship? In my mind. You already lived 15 years longer than people 400 years ago, 500 years ago, 800 years ago would even get a chance to live. You lived longer than that. And you still didn't know what you wanted?
No, I don't think it's too late for someone to change. And granted, like, most people don't come with the same expectations for a lot of people, but I do believe because, the saying better late than never. It's better to be late than, never to show up at all, I guess, in a sense. But had you not been late, you could have experienced things a little bit sooner.
I disagree with this. I agree, but it's not fair to judge him for the past. He changed now. He's trying to be better. No, I disagree. We can still hold you accountable to your past, all while supporting you for your better.
Yeah.
We can still support you in your better.
Yeah.
We're proud of him. Don't get us wrong. We're happy he's at the age where he's ready to be serious and lock in. But we still have a right to say, gang, it should not have taken you this long to understand this. Mm-hmm. You got to look at it from this perspective. I'm the younger generation than him. He's 38, 39. He's 10 years older than me. 10 years older than me. Just now having relationship guidance and wisdom that I had when I was 19. That's a 20-year gap mentally. In my mind. And now I get it. I had a good upbringing. I had people that were wise and all that. That's why I say I can give people the benefit of the doubt. Everybody's not raised the same. But I'm still living in you can't tell me how I'm going to look from my perspective of it. I'm listening to a man at 39 finally get the conclusion of, oh, this is what I really need to be serious and focused on. And he's having the same processes mentally that I had when I was 19. Now put yourself in my shoes, right? How crazy does that sound? That at 19, the ideas and thoughts that I had at 19, I'm hearing 39s, 35s, 34s, 30s have these ideas just now. If you can put yourselves in my shoes and think about that, that should sound scary to you, factually. That should sound scary. I'm sorry. If it doesn't sound scary, you are just the most pure, innocent person I've ever met.
Answer the question.
What question?
That one.
Which one?
That one in front of you. What about those who never really had a relationship or chose to not focus on that until his age?
It doesn't matter. Even if you've never had a relationship, you're expecting me to believe that in the 35 years of his life, he's never had any examples of a serious relationship ever. He never met a coworker who was married. He never went to a church where there was somebody married. Mm-hmm. He never had a business meeting where there was a married. He never had a client that was married. He never had a homeboy that got in a relationship. Y'all are making excuses. Y'all are making excuses. There is no, you've never seen a TikTok of a married couple? In my mind. Y'all are making excuses, bro. Y'all are making excuses. Y'all are making excuses. Bro, y'all are making so many excuses. This is kind of scary. Y'all are making excuses in the technological age, by the way. Yeah. In the technology age, you're making this excuse.
Yeah.
Shut that up. Shut up. You're making excuses.
And there's examples. And if you're a Christian with this mindset, there's plenty of examples of marriage in the Bible, relationships in the Bible. There's plenty of people that have never been in relationships, plenty of people that are virgins and all this other kind of stuff, but they still have the same carrying intent for when that time does happen and for when it does come for them, for when they want to seek out and start dating with intentions of marriage and so on and so forth. They already have the foundation and the mindset and the knowledge to do so. The only difference between people that don't do it versus the people that do it is that the people that do it have the experience. The other people don't as of yet, but they still have the foreground and the foundation to know in which way to go. That's the only difference.
That's rare though. At 19, you were far along. Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact I was 19. Just because I have exceptions doesn't change the fact that 19, what's the excuse? Okay, so if we're eliminating the 19 and we're saying the 19 was rare, what's the excuse for 25? Okay, and if there's an excuse for 25, what's the excuse for 30? And there's excuse for 30. What's the excuse for 35?
Oh, you're 19, you're young. You could date whoever you want to date. You could party, you could smoke, you could drink, da-da-da. Or you're 25, you're young. You could date whoever you want to date. Keep doing what you're doing, da-da-da. Oh, you're 30s, you're in your primes. You don't really need nobody right now. Just have fun doing what you're doing. And oh, you're 35. Oh, your biological clock is ticking. Now it's time for you to get serious.
Thank you. What's the excuse for 35? And if there's an excuse for 35, what's the excuse for 40? And if there's an excuse for 40, what's 45? If there's 45, what's 50? Then what's 55? Then what's 60? If you guys are making, there has to be a basis of when we stop making excuses for it. If you put money and bad chasing over relationships so long that money has been the core objective of your entire life until you're 40 and you have all this money, you look around and you go, dang, I got all this bread, but I ain't got no love in my life. And then you start reflecting of all the people that you put the bread over. Yeah, you should feel guilty. Why are you putting money over life experience?
You swore loyalty over to money.
Money's your girl.
Yeah.
Money was your wife.
Yeah.
Money was your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone doesn't have the blessing of coming across true love with their 20s and 30s. Nobody said that. See, that's the thing. Y'all are making it into an argument that we didn't even say.
And please don't weaponize our situation and how we came together against us as a way to justify this, because
hold on, I got this, because I don't even like how y'all trying to spin it. So I'm about to put belt to y'all, because this is, and the fact that this OG's asking me this question, it's finna piss me off, because y'all are too old to be trying to make these arguments. So I'm gonna put belt to this right now. My argument is not that he should have been married in his 20s or 30s. Nobody's saying that. What I'm saying is this: it should not take till you're 35 to have the concept of whether or not you want to take a relationship serious or not. Why are we acting like he did not just say he was in a 3-year relationship and he didn't take it seriously? What are y'all doing? He just said it.
So to say 3 years is not serious, that means 7 years is not serious.
That means
10 years is not serious.
That means for 3 years he was in a relationship, he was not taking it seriously. If you have an excuse for that, let me know. Stop playing. We're not children. Let's be adults.
Oh, he was young. He wasn't sure.
He was 30.
You weren't sure, but you didn't mind staying in that relationship for 3 years, knowing full well you didn't have the intent of
pursuing further.
Exactly. So you wasn't sure that whole time, but you were sure enough to know that you didn't want the relationship well past its point.
Stop. Why am I holding y'all accountable with this logic? Why is the 29-year-old saying this?
Nobody was saying he should have been married. Like we said it from the beginning. Nobody was saying that. Listen, you gotta listen.
Nobody at any point said he should be married with a house and picket fence and all that. We're saying you should have the mentality of knowing whether or not you are ready to take relationships seriously or not. Exactly. It should not take you 35 years for you to go, man, I actually want to take my relationship seriously. Stop making excuses. Stop. What's wrong with being in a relationship till it grows? Nobody said none of that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But we're saying it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship to where it grows, if growth is not the intention that you're having behind it. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. He wasn't having the intention of growth. He was chilling. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. We're not saying you can't let it grow. We're saying don't be in a relationship for 5 to 10 years and you're looking at this person who is withering away over time and you're like, it's been 15 years. I think I want to have kids with you and get married to you.
And let me tell you this. 3 to 10 years, staying in a relationship and it's well past a decade, well past 5 years, it's grown as far as it can grow.
Thank you. It stops.
Just because it's growing in the years doesn't mean that it's fundamentally growing within the relationship. It's already at its peak.
I'm gonna give y'all an example. right here. Okay? I'm gonna use it in fish. This should be easy for everybody. Everybody should understand this example, okay? Okay? If you take a fish and you leave this fish in the bowl and you keep him in the bowl, no matter how long you have this fish, he will never grow past a certain size.
Yep. Because
his body is only going to grow to the custom of his environment.
Yep.
Okay? That's how fish work. That's literally how they work. He'll never get to a point where he's so big he can't even move in the bowl. Their bodies will not grow past the size of their environment.
Yep.
You take this same fish,
put it in a 20 or 50 gallon tank. Let's see. Oh, river.
You take this same fish. Hold on. Even though we saw goldfish, because I know somebody go, that's a goldfish. You take the same fish, okay? If you take the same fish, the goldfish, and you put him in a river or a lake or in the ocean, guess what? The fish will grow to the size of its environment. This is fact. This is why it's illegal to throw goldfish in ecosystems, because goldfish will eat and grow to the size of their environment, and they'll eat and kill everything around them. That's why throwing goldfish in rivers or lakes is illegal. Okay? The goldfish will grow to the size of his environment. Now, Kite, what does this got to do with relationships? Okay? If you treat your 3-year relationship like this, as we're just having moments and we're just chilling, we're just cool, we have sex, we go out, we date, but we're just cool. We're just cool. Now, this is your relationship.
Add another 7 years on that.
Guess what? Now it's 7 years later and you're still doing that. You're still here. You're still in the same bowl. Guess what? You didn't grow. Okay, maybe you stepped up a little bit and you guys had a kid or whatever. Okay, we had a kid. Congrats. Same bowl.
Yep.
Okay? Same bowl. Because that's your mentality. You didn't expand. You didn't grow. Same bowl. Okay? Now, then you get to the point where you say, oh, I'm ready to actually get engaged. I'm ready to actually get engaged. Now you grow. Okay? Do you see now? Everybody should understand this. And if you don't understand this, then there's nothing I can teach you. Sorry.
We basically broke it down, the Dr. Seuss version of Pop the Balloon.
Yeah,
red fish, blue fish, green fish, two fish, something.
If somebody still don't get that, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. I can't help you, gang. I'm sorry. All right, let's get back to this.
Shit, kind of like almost blind. Like there was not no plan. There wasn't. I just was working on what I was working on, focused on my career, focused on our other things. Kind of just went into the relationship and just kept flowing. But prior to coming to the show, years in advance, I did, like I said, therapy, like I spoke to about, and I briefly touched on the show. And I did other things that put me in position where, like, okay, now I feel like I'm ready. Now I can actually be the husband, the father, all the stuff like that.
Right. And now, to clear up, we're not saying it's bad that he's at this mindset now. We're happy he's at this mindset now. We applaud him. Good job. But I can also hold you accountable to the fact that it should not have taken you till grade 12 to learn what 5 + 5 is. I'm happy you learned it's 10, but we have to let you know, I'm proud that you finally got it, but you are far behind. We're still going to help you and push you and blah, blah, blah. But now I need to look at what the freak was everybody else teaching you that it took till you were in grade 12 to finally understand this. Why were you not being taught this in kindergarten, first grade? Second grade, they didn't teach you. Third grade, they didn't teach you. Fourth grade, they didn't teach you. They let you go to middle school and they didn't teach you. Why? Why?
Yeah, but that's what I was trying to make my point earlier. But yeah.
Yeah. So happy for them, but you can still let them know, hey, gang, you're a little bit behind. This is not the concept you should just now be getting. You should have already had this thought process years ago. You should have already been trying to build towards this. You're 35, you're 39, 40's around the corner. Don't be 50 trying to be like 55 years old talking about, I think I'm ready to finally start having kids. What are we talking about?
So that's why I feel like I'm ready, because like my mindset is different. So intention has nothing to do with age. That's intention is nothing. You could be there's dudes out here 50 years old still out here slinging meat left and right, and with a woman, without a woman, it has nothing to do with age. It's a mindset shift. So you being 18, 45 or nothing has nothing to do with it. It's a mindset. Like, okay, now
I'm going to say this. If I sat an 18-year-old boy down and I sat a 45-year-old man down and I asked them a question and the 18-year-old and the 45-year-old have the same way of thinking and there's no evolution between the two, I'm not looking at them going, okay, that's fine. No, I'm looking at them concerned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because why is a person with 18 years of experience, because they haven't experienced much. This is a high schooler. So high schoolers don't experience crap, right? They go through traumas and stuff like that, but high schoolers don't experience the real world. They don't experience the adult world. If you don't agree that there's a difference between the high school world and the adult world, then that's on you, right?
Yeah.
If I look in the same naive, unexperienced answers that are coming out of an 18-year-old comes out of a 45-year-old, but this 45-year-old I find out has had kids, has been married, has had jobs, has their own house and everything, but they're still giving the same exact naive answers as a 18-year-old, I'm not going, this is normal. I'm concerned. In my mind.
Don't y'all get in here telling y'all business too much now.
I want a wife. I want children. And until you have that mindset, you're going to move willy-nilly because you don't care. But if you have that mindset, then you move accordingly. And so prior to coming to that show, well before, it wasn't recent. I started therapy 3-4 years ago. So that started the process of putting me in the direction to being ready for relationships. So even when I got back into dating, from that point I got into dating, I went into it like, okay, now I am intentional. That wasn't how I was before, but that's how I've been for a few years now.
Okay. How about for yourself?
I feel like I've done I feel like I've always.
And you know the crazy part? A lot of people don't know this. Homeboy is older than BM.
Yeah, he is.
He's way older than BM.
Yeah.
BM is not even.
He's not even in his mid-30s.
Yeah, BM is young.
He's in his early 30s.
Yeah, BM's 32.
Yeah.
BM is young. BM and Arlette are around me and Alex's age. Mm-hmm. They're like 3 or 4. I think Arlette. I don't know how old Arlette is, but BM's only 3 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Been ready for a serious relationship. I think growing through going through growing phases, like you grow with people and as you go through life or whatever, right? I don't think I've ever not been ready for a serious relationship. I think that I'm more secure now and ready to be not just in a relationship but to be married, because I've done the work to know exactly what it is that I want, what it is that I'm ready to provide, and how I can contribute to a marriage as a wife. And that's my biggest thing. Like, I think that's why I'm prepared. But I also feel like because I feel that way, I'm very particular. I'm very, very much, I have my heart yeses and my heart no's. And because I have my heart yeses and my heart no's, I'm not.
What would you say now about the girl? What would you say that she has been dating with intention for so long and not being married? What are your thoughts on that? If she's dating with intentions and she's not married at that point, but she can show us evidence that she's been intentional for everything, then we have to look at the partner.
Yeah. Just because you're married, just because you're dating with intentions of marriage doesn't mean the person that you're dating is the one that you are supposed to be marrying.
Because we can easily just take this and put it to his scenario of him being in that 3-year relationship. And we can just say that the lady he was dating for 3 years stayed for 3 years because she wanted to be intentional and he wasn't intentional for 3 years. He's the example right there.
It's not hard.
It's not hard to.
It's not hard.
Y'all are asking questions that are very simple.
Yeah, that was literally, you answered your own question right then and there.
If she was intentional this entire time and it hasn't worked out, that means she's dating people who are not intentional. And the only way you can find out if somebody's intentional or not is by hard observation or experiencing it with them. But then there's people that put the facade that they're intentional in the relationship, and then you find out they're wasting your time.
They'll always slip up. People that are truly not intentional, they will slip up and they'll let it be known.
Now, she could say something in this video that tells us why she's single, but we're not that far because we keep stopping to answer these questions. So if y'all want to find out if she's just as bad as him, then let's all lock in and watch the video. You feel what I'm saying?
Not just willing to settle for anything if it's not exactly what it is that I want, because I've done the work to be where I am now, and I'm prepared to contribute to marriage, not just a relationship.
Not done yet.
Patience is a virtue. Yes. So KiteZz, everyone is looking for an out once they hear something that they don't like. Isn't patience a virtue? Yes, patience is a virtue, but
that don't mean you abuse it.
Thank you. Patience also has limitations. If I can be patient with you when you get your first, say for instance, you get your first pocket knife, right? You get your first pocket knife, and I'm telling you, hey, be careful when you open it. You're gonna cut your hand if you don't open it properly. And I tell you this for the first 3 months of you having this pocket knife. Then one day I hear, and I see you come in and you have a cut. And you're like, dang, I cut myself. See what I was telling you? Okay, I can be patient. If this happens 18 more times, there is no patience for that. If I hear you go, I cut myself 18 more times after that, I'm not being impatient by going, you don't deserve a knife. I gave you ample enough time. But the fact that I let you get 18 more times to make this simple mistake, I've given you an overabundant amount of patience.
That's why you get people that get together, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up. That is the definition of patience is a virtue, but at what cost?
Exactly. There's a time to be patient, but then there's a time to be based in reality of this person's not getting it. And that's the problem. We have people that give up too quick, but we also have people that they die believing that this person's going to change, even though the evidence has shown they weren't going to change to begin with. And some of y'all have to be real with yourselves. A lot of y'all are in circles with people who have shown y'all time after time after time after time that they have no intentions of changing their bad habits, and y'all are basing it off of hope. And then when you bring this hope up to them, they tell you to your face, I don't give a crap about your hope. I'm not changing. And y'all still try to stay. And then y'all get mad at God and be like, God could have changed them, but God was telling you, I tried to change them. They didn't want me to change them.
Not only that, you kept getting away with your enablement. That's why he couldn't change them. Get out the way. Let people do what they're going to do. Get out of the way.
I think you're both at two different stages. I think, Donald, this is kind of new for you because, you're now intentionally dating and you're looking for, what's next for you, while she is ready for marriage. She's looking for marriage. So I think those are two very, you're not really aligning. I don't think it's gonna be easy for you to, meet up in the same path. Do you feel like you lot gave it a chance to, you both tried to get to know each other in a way so that you can see where this goes, or do you feel like somebody checked out and there was nothing that can be done?
I'll speak on that. I think that I experienced enough in the conversations that we had, where it was like, orange flags turn to red flags for me. And once I see enough of that, I think I just check out. And I think that goes back to like how I kind of like operate in general, especially when it comes to like dealing with men. I don't like in the past, I would have heard a lot of these things and I would have been like, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Now I'm like, nah, that don't sit right with me. That don't sit right with me. And I think
what is it? What is it that you heard?
Aside from the dating, non-intentional dating, those types of things, I asked him on our first date about infidelity.
Okay.
He told me that he had done it before and it wasn't like an isolated incident. On the show, if it would have been me coming around the corner asking the questions and Arlette would have asked me, what are your deal breakers? I would have said infidelity.
Stop telling too much. This guy told on himself. No, that's what needed to happen.
Yeah, he needed.
God made him say that. That needed to happen. Ain't no way.
And this further goes back to my argument that I was making prior to this. You had the mindset that you knew how to cheat on somebody, but you didn't know how to take somebody seriously.
See?
Come on, bruh.
And even though I didn't agree with I don't agree with the outright red flag, hearing that she used to accept the things that he's displaying back then, just
no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was laughing at the joke part, B. Go ahead.
Read the joke.
He said, so a man can't make a mistake? He was only 35. He ain't know no better. People gotta stop judging.
In my mind. That's funny because if only people got to hear what Marv actually sounds like.
If y'all read Marv's statement and y'all was like, y'all agree with him, I just want y'all to know he's trolling. He's trolling. He's making fun of you. Go ahead, Alex. Talk it to.
I forgot what I was saying though.
I
forgot what I was saying.
Like I don't do people who, because I don't have the capacity to cheat. I've always been a person that if I am in a relationship, I'm talking to somebody, whatever the case may be, and I feel like I need to look outward in any kind of way, emotionally, physically, whatever, I'm out the door. I'm going to leave you right where you at because I'm not, something here isn't working because I've probably already addressed it and it hasn't fixed itself. I don't have the capacity to cheat. I've never understood the mindset of
it's demonic.
And they don't want to hear that.
It's demonic.
Ooh, let them know.
Cheating is outright demonic. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how anybody feels about it. So if you've done it and you've experienced it, I'm sorry, but cheating is outright demonic. It's outright demonic. It's nothing normal or natural about that.
Now, if I hear somebody try to defend cheating, I'm kicking you straight out this.
They gonna say, yeah, y'all Christians be making everything demonic. Not everything demonic. It is.
I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. If I see anybody try to justify cheating as not being demonic, I'm blocking you.
It is. Because what's the intent behind cheating? What's the intent behind cheating? You're being manipulative. You're lying. You're being deceptive. You're being greedy. You're being malicious. You're being outright lustful. What? How much more do the list need to go on? What about that is so angelic that it's like it can be accepted?
You don't touch on in that list alone. You have already touched 6 evil spirits, and you're saying it's not demonic.
Going outside of your relationship, right? So that being a deal breaker for me is
that's
a red flag off rip.
Bizzle, are you trying to equate love to cheating, gang?
That's not love, bro.
Bizzle, are you
That is
cool?
not love. And if it's love,
wait. You're equating love to cheating?
Oh, nah, bro.
Gang, are you trolling? Please tell me you trolling, gang. He gotta be trolling, gang. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Please tell me you trolling, bro. Please say something. I'm not trolling. Biz, man. Please, bro. Please.
Okay.
Please, gang. Cheating is literally the opposite of love. If you're cheating on something, you don't love that person, because cheating is one of the highest forms of hurting that person.
That's equivalent to somebody saying, "I beat you because I love you."
If shorty I'm cheating with showing me love, true love versus the one I'm with, that's not love. That's manipulation.
Yeah.
The shorty you're cheating with don't love you. Y'all both head first into sin. That's not love, gang.
That's lust.
Because she's aware, or if she doesn't, now, if the lady you're cheating with doesn't know that you're cheating, then
you're the one
the love is true on her part.
Yeah.
But you're not in love.
Yeah. You think you're in love because you're receiving the things that you're not getting from the woman that you're with, as opposed to the woman that you sneaking around with.
Yeah.
But that's not love. Like I just said, that right there, that's still manipulation. That's still deceit. That's still lies.
Yeah.
That's
now,
still greed.
If the shorty knows that you're cheating and she's still going along with you, but then that's not love. Then she's abating an evil. That's not love.
She's in competition with the woman that you chose first, that you chose before her.
It's not about you. She's just getting satisfaction.
I can treat her better than she can. She could treat you. I'll never do you like this. I can do you like this. Yeah,
she's getting satisfaction out of the fact that she's crushing woman A, B, or C and getting you. That's not love, gang.
Succubus.
That's not love at all.
Regardless if you've done it once, twice, 3 times, 4, right? That's just my philosophy, period. I think that was one of the first things. What else? I'm trying to think. I feel like the whole, the dating, the not dating intentionally up until you got into a certain point. I understand you got to go through your growing process, but again, I know I've never been that way. And I feel like the person that I don't want to be the guinea pig, right? I don't want to feel like a guinea pig. That is it's just not it for me. Also, he said something to me that rubbed me the wrong way.
What did you say, girl?
He sent me some text messages at first, and then he sent me a voice note to follow up. And in all of these messages, the same message was being delivered to me. And it was more so the text message said something around the lines of that you're on probation, right? And then it was like, oh, this
in my mind.
No. You know what this sounds like?
It sounds like, yo, shout out to McQueen, bro. Shout out to McQueen. If y'all watch, I watch McQueen because he's comedy to me. He sound like McQueen, gang. You on program.
He's funny, but we don't take his.
I don't take his content seriously.
We don't take his content serious because those are P words.
Yeah. That sound like pimping.
Yes.
That sounds like pimping, bro.
Yes.
Nah.
was being delivered to me, and it was more so the text message said something around the lines of that you're on probation, right? And then it was like, oh, this is a job interview, blah blah blah, right? And you could tell it's trying to be joking, but also you saying this, it has some type of validity to it. So then when it was followed up with a voice note saying hey, it's been 36, he had called me one night. I wasn't feeling good. I went to sleep early, whatever the case may be. I texted him the next day or sent him a voice note, whatever, to let him know, hey, wasn't feeling good, went to bed.
Right.
Let me know when you want me to call you back, because he had already told me that phone calls was last on his list of ways to communicate. Okay. So I said specifically, let me know when you want me to call you again. We can figure out, we can talk, have time to talk. We spoke within those couple of days in between time before I got this next message. And it wasn't like I said that and then we weren't speaking, right? We still were communicating. We knew what was going on in each other's days, voice notes, text message, back and forth.
Okay.
In the middle of the day, a day or two later, I get a message saying, you're on probation. This is a job interview. And I called you and it's been 24, 36 hours and I ain't heard nothing from you. You haven't called me back. And it was like, and I was going to come, and I was thinking about coming to see you next week, but he said it in like this broken Spanish thing, so I'm trying to remember like exactly what he said. Basically, he was going to try to come see me, and then but how I act this week is going to be contingent on whether or not he coming next week.
Yeah. Oh, you not getting with the program? You cutting up? Your report card you got straight D's on your report card? I'm about to punish you now. You nope. You don't get to see me. You don't get to see me. Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's what that sounds like.
He got to learn to be looking smug in his turtleneck, man. He's looking at the screen like, and I did. That's discipline.
Bro.
Man. Yo, this is the turtleneck of death, bro. He going crazy right now. I can't wait for him to talk, man.
We hadn't had no conversations specifically about when we can coordinate a time to meet up. So that rubbed me wrong in a bunch of different ways. I was just completely thrown off. And we had dialogue back and forth about it up until he was, and then he eventually sent me a message saying, after thinking about it, like, I understand where I was wrong and how it came off, and I was just joking and blah, blah, blah.
Wait, pause. Time out. Hey, shout out to the Knicks, man. But time out. You can't in the same sentence say, after thinking about it, I realized where I was wrong. But in that same sentence later on, be like, oh yeah, but I was joking though. Like, no.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about this? He opened up the catch-up as if she was the one screening him, but all along, she was the one being screened. You know you're on probation, right? You know you're on
He said, hey man, I was thinking about it over some time, man.
Gotta scan that, gotta check that.
And I realized I was wrong, bro. I realized I was wrong, man. I realized what I was saying and how I was operating was out of line. But I just want you to know, big bro, I was joking the whole time, man. It was all a joke, though. He said he wearing a button-up turtleneck, man.
Came saying, after thinking about it, like, I understand where I was wrong and how it came off, and I was just joking and blah, blah, blah. But it was like, I didn't feel that. Like, I told him, I said, all jokes contain some true shit. So I hear you. Like, I hear your delivery might be like, I'm joking, but you said it to me 4 different times in 4 different ways.
Yeah. So Donald, I know, like she just said, you said it.
All right, this is the Donald Defense Force. So whoever's Donald's lawyer right now, this is where you can stand up and defend him. Okay. So Donald's lawyer, I need you step up. All right.
Yeah, we already know Game Trailers is the first one up. He always sign up to be somebody's lawyer,
like in a joking manner. But was there some truth behind some of those messages and voice notes you were sending?
So yeah, there's a lot to clarify. One, absolutely. The second she hopped in my car, once we got back from the studio, I told her, listen, I joke around a lot. Like, I'm jokey person. Like I said, on the show, it's pretty serious. So off air, I joke around a lot. I can 100% see the way I articulate it and me joking, because she had told me at some point when we were talking, like, she speaks Spanish a little bit. Like, or I think, no, actually good. She speaks Spanish. So I said the voice note in a joking way. But I could 100% look back on it. I look at it, I'm like, damn, that does come across as passive aggressive. So I apologize for that. I told her, like, yeah, my bad. She's like, oh, yeah, it's a red flag because it reminds me of X, Y, and Z, whatever, not getting into all that. But I was like, that wasn't my intent. But yes, can you say that there's a certain truth to it? Yeah, there's a truth. Like, we're still getting to know each other. You know, you have to match each other's energies in terms of communication.
He said, I might win. He said, I might win. He just admitted she was telling the truth.
He just admitted that it was some truth to the voice memo. Yeah, nah. You're not winning, gang. Nah, not this one.
He just admitted to the crime.
Not this one.
I just want you to know what he basically said was, man, look, I didn't commit the bank robbery because I was actually robbing a convenience store next door. The bank robbery was me. I was next door robbing the convenience store. So, am I a thief? Yes. Yeah. I was robbing the store next to the bank.
Man.
However, it wasn't like, I almost feel like she's dragging it. And when I feel like she's like, you would have thought I was on some weirdo, like I cursed her out or raised my voice. Or I'm like, yo, listen, I didn't say that's what you said. I'm just saying you would have thought, like, all I was like I said, some broken Spanish. I don't even remember. I'm mixing Spanish and English. Like, yo, listen, you're on a job interview here. Like, don't forget, like, you're on probation. Like I said, joke. But not thinking nothing of it. Like, I feel like with anybody else that would have just kept flowing it, you should have either joke back in Spanish or like, what do you mean? Like, listen, my resume is valid. Like,
anybody else.
However the case, man, I'm thinking it's just gonna flow. Rub her the wrong way. When I see she was really tired, I said, all right, listen, right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm wrong for that. I apologize. I said, yo, listen, sorry about that. That's not my intent. I thought we would keep it moving. But the core issue with it all is not that. It's not that. Off the beginning, I feel like I said, she did not. The wall was there. She might not think it was, but the wall was there from day one, from the minute we was in the car on the way to the first spot of the dating. Like, she was, it was even a series of questions. There's even one time she hit me up. She was like, she was asking me a question about a picture that was posted on my Instagram from like 2017. And I find that kind of odd. And I told her that. I was like, yo, listen, it's my friend who passed away. You can shake your hell you want. I'm not capping. I was just my friend who passed away. One, she never said my condolences, and which is wild to me. Two, she just got into.
This is what y'all do though. When y'all get to dating people, y'all go through let's not act like y'all don't be going all the way down to people's socials to see what they had going on their page. What the?
Okay. He holding him all
the way into 2017.
2017 is crazy.
Yes.
Like, I feel like there's nuance to everything because we can say we can hold him accountable for how he dated up to a certain point. But social media is just social media. Like, I need to know what was the context of the image of 2017. But if it wasn't nothing that is like enough that we need to avoid people, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying 2017 is crazy, especially since it was a dead homie. Like, that's crazy.
I don't think.
But if that's the only thing he has on his social media is the 2017 thing, and she saw it as soon as she clicked his page, then it's like, okay, like, I can understand why she would raise a question about it because that's the first thing she saw. No, but if she scrolled all the way down to 2017,
and then you trying to hold it against him,
yeah, that's kind of crazy. Weird. You feel me? That's kind of crazy.
People still do it though.
Yeah. So, I only thing I don't know is like, I don't know how I felt about him. Like, she ain't even say my condolences. Like,
okay. So if the context of the picture is rest in peace or so on and so forth. Why are you pressing me about a picture that's obviously
rest in peace,
a picture of appreciation and remembrance of them?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's what Let me see.
Yeah, I need to know what the context of the picture was.
Passed away.
But I'm saying this. I understand what he's saying though, because you went to my page and if he's the type of person that uses social media heavy.
It's probably private though.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if we can see it. I wanna know what she was pointing out. Instagram. Because if she went all the way to 2017 and then popped her issue, then it's like, okay. So if she went all the way back to 2017 to pop her stuff, then that's crazy, man. Man, watch out. Let's click on the image. This is 2019. This is 2018. 2017, 2017, 2018. So was it this? So was it this? Okay, so it was her. Okay, so it was her then. It was this. Okay. So I imagine she opened up social media on her phone and she was scrolling because remember, Instagram's gonna only show up by threes. So on her phone, right? She opened it up, she saw this, then she saw these three next, then she saw these three next. So on the fourth scroll, she saw this. She just saw this. So because he's like 39, right? I think she just saw this image and was like, oh, he with somebody.
And that's what I'm saying. If you didn't read or take into consideration of the caption of what's being said, then yeah, she kind of in the wrong for questioning, because she's not here anymore. Like, what are you questioning? What do you need to understand about this picture?
Right. So she made an assumption off of this image. So she scrolled and this just popped up because she saw this, and then immediately the next picture was this, and it's like, hold on, who this lady? Like, you feel me? Why you got? And she probably thought this was his ex and was like, why you got your ex on your page? Blah blah blah. Which it wasn't. So she's wrong for that. She's wrong.
Well, we got to get the rest of the context. So we'll see. So
she's wrong if she made a statement about that because she didn't even look into the context. So I'm gonna hold her to that. But if she got the context and still tried to act like it was an issue, then she's 100% wrong.
Shake your hell you want. I'm not capping. I was just my friend who passed away. One, she never said my condolences, and which is wild to me. Two, she just got into a series of questions. Like, it was like Shorty made up her mind from the beginning. She should have just popped the minute I came off the corner. She should have just popped. She should have just popped, and it would have saved everybody time and energy and all that. Like, there's nothing against her. She's not a bad person. I could talk about all her positives, which is many, but she did not give it a fair shot. You know, even with that joke or what I said wouldn't have been a nail in a coffin or a deal breaker with another show. Now, like I said, if I came out my face, yelled at her, cursed her out, blew up her phone, different.
Hold on. I can't justify this. Just because you've been able to make those type of jokes with other women and they don't feel a type of way does not mean that every woman is going to take your jokes that way. You already just told us that all your experiences with other women, you weren't being intentional. You were just going with the motion. You were just going with the flow. So by you not being intentional and you going with the flow, those jokes don't hit so heavy.
Yeah, and a lot of people's sense of humor is different, especially depending on where you're coming from. Where are you from? New York?
They both from New York.
Oh, child. Well, I don't know then.
Yeah. So
I don't know then, but yeah.
So this joke could have hit for women that weren't serious.
Yeah.
But she's a woman who is actually trying to date you intentional.
Yeah.
That joke does not hit. No intentional person who wants to be somebody's wife wants to hear, yeah, you on program. Yeah, man. You remember you on probation. You need to treat this like a job. Like, no, even if you're joking, no intentional serious woman wants to hear that. You get what I'm saying?
But that joke was not sufficient for things to keep, because it was trending down before that, but that made it trend down even faster. But the minute, like, our first date, like when I was in the car, we was driving, I don't know how we got on that topic, because she's asking me my previous relationship and stuff like that, but I don't remember what came first or after. Some point, she discloses the information. She's like, you're not really my type. And I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, yeah, I usually type or preference. It's one of those words she used because I don't want to misquote her. She's like, my type is usually like light skin or brown skin. And I'm like, okay, cool. But listen, I'm going to get darker in the summer. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm never going to be light skin or brown skin. There's nothing wrong with that. I have my homeboy that I came with on the show. He was light skin. Like, I throw you up the alley hoop. You feel me? Like, I'm not that way. Like, there's no issue. You have your preference. But in hindsight, as she started speaking and saying more things, and it was like I said, I never really had a. She came in the show, had the experience. The experience was dope, but she didn't really go in there with the mindset. She's talking about like, oh, listen, I want to get me.
So I'm confused. I don't know. I'm paying attention to this. I gotta hold her to the fire too.
Yeah.
Cause this channel, we gonna hold everybody to the fire that need to be held to the fire. Cause we want to try to do better. Why would you get in the car talking about your, like, you not my type, you not my real type, blah 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 blah. Like, I understand transparency, but that's not good conversation. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
not good conversation for somebody you just met.
Y'all like making people feel uncomfortable?
Like, what is the purpose of that? Now, if she was, let's say, in a hypothetical, let's say she was saying that to say that she's stepping out the box and she's trying to break the mold and go for something that she feels like her type was leading her down the wrong direction.
No, she said that during the
she said that. Oh, what?
She said that. I'm trying to answer Trisket. She said that during their first date.
Yeah, during their first date. While they were driving to their first date. So they just got off the show.
Yeah.
So if she said that to say along the lines of, you're not my usual type of guy, I go for it. I'm trying to break the mold. I'm trying to, go for something different. And you're my something different. If she's saying it along those lines, I can understand it. But will I say that that's good conversation? Heck no.
Especially when it comes to looks. In that sense, I kind of agree with I agree with what Joshua is saying. When you outrightly say to people, "You're not my usual type" or "You're not my usual go-to," in terms of looks, especially the first time meeting or dating or whatever the case may be, you don't know what that's gonna do to somebody's self-esteem.
Yes.
And if you yourself are not sure about going outside of the box or going outside of your usual type in terms of looks, spare that person
the time,
the heartache, the low self-esteem, the mental race, the mental games that you gonna play with them because you are not physically attracted to them because they're not your usual physical type.
I'm gonna ask this. From a woman's POV.
Child, don't ask me. Go ahead.
Do you feel like she brought that up because she wanted him to, like, give her some validation, like, oh, I don't care if I'm your type, I'm gonna be the perfect man for you, like, basically, like, pop his stuff and reassure her, like, even though I'm not your type, I'm better for you. Like, she wanted him to, like, do the confidence to, like, convince her, like, hey, I know you didn't choose what you normally want, but you chose me, so I'm about to be better than what you usually want. You think that's what she was trying to get at?
No.
Okay.
I just think that it's their first time meeting, they're nervous. And let's be real, a lot of us say things that we shouldn't say that's in the front of our minds. If it's here, sometimes you shouldn't say it. Sometimes you just should not say it because you don't know how it's gonna be received. You don't know how, even if you don't have the intent of it coming off that way,
it still came off that way.
It still came off that way in this setting. Okay. There have been plenty of men and women that have not been somebody's type.
That still work out very well.
And it still works out very well, yes. But just how you gave that example, did she want him to, like, pop it, like, show that confidence? That man could have all the confidence in the world. If he's not her type,
it don't matter.
It don't matter. It does not matter.
Right.
And sometimes, and that's why I be saying that physical stuff, because they could have, aside from all this, take all this away.
Okay.
How they interacted with each other, so on and so forth. Take away all the red flags.
Okay.
Has she not experienced what she experienced with prior men and so on and so forth? And had he not been not dating intentionally?
So clean slate.
Okay. Clean slate.
Got you.
If they were actually aligned together in what was going on, despite their preferences of what they prefer, physicality, they still could have worked out. They still could have worked out. Y'all let the physical get in the way of everything else, but clearly physical wasn't just the issue here to some extent, and it probably wasn't an issue for her, but she just said it out loud. But by you saying it out loud, you're kind of declaring it as an issue, in my opinion. But because if it's not, why bring it up?
Okay, I think of it like a gauge, right?
Yeah.
Like I think of it like a jar, like those little beakers that have like 100%, right?
Yeah.
If he was physically her type, she would have gave him like 60 points. It would have been like 60%. And then his personality and everything else would have had to equal that 100 to pass, right? But by him not being her physical type, like the type of guy she really wants, she gave him 30. And then after the personality and everything, he ended up being at like a 60%. And she was like, oh yeah, he didn't at least reach 80 or 90, so I'm dumping him out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's nothing...
Joe Hollister, welcome in.
Welcome. There's nothing wrong with being physically attracted to somebody, but what I'm saying is this. A lot of us dismiss or write people off because they're not our physical type. But everything else about that person carries all of the best attributes that we're seeking for in a man or a woman. People be so into just the physicals of things. Guess what? There are so many people that are beautiful, but they got ugly personalities. They have ugly dispositions in their mind and in their spirit. But a lot of people don't care. Oh, well, she's cute. She's this. She's that. He's handsome. He's this. He's that. And that's why people end up in the situations that they end up in, because you're blinded by beauty, lust, and vanity. That's not all what makes a person. Their personality and how they carry themselves, how they treat people, all this other kind of stuff makes the person. If we were all blank sheets of paper and you couldn't see anything else about us other than what we portray in our personality, you and your mind will have a different outlook of what that person looks like to you.
Based off of their answers.
Based off of how they carry themselves, their personality, all that. But because we have the physical to mask some of the things that people choose to hide, don't want to share, or they're scared to be open about, that's what people go for. That's what people go for.
I think she said she usually dates like light-skinned men and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
It was dope. But she didn't really go in there with the mindset. She's talking about like, oh, listen, I want to get married. She didn't go there with that mindset. She reminded me once a day, if not every other day, listen, I don't need you know what? I don't need nobody. I don't need, like, more than once. Like, I'm just like, how's that inviting energy? How am I going to want to do certain things when you constantly telling me that? Okay. I don't need it. I don't. Listen, the first time I see a man do this, and I'm just like, all right. Like, but I still, I want to do my due diligence on my end because I didn't want to seem like I'm mad, picky, shallow, whatever. I was like, yeah, listen,
Hey, to the people, there is no point in going on a show where you're looking for something just so you can brag that you don't need that same something you went on the show to look for.
I'm going to tell y'all now, too. All the women and all the men, women, I'm going to say women specifically. Y'all be woofing on this internet. Don't let other women, single women at that, hype you up and convince you that you are anything and everything, so you don't need a man. You don't need love. You don't need confidence. You don't need encouragement. You don't need and you don't deserve this, that, and the third. That's how y'all stay single. Hanging around women that talk like that all the time. They ain't got nothing nice or positive to say about men, to say about relationships, to say about love and all that kind of stuff. They just walking in pride and ego.
Hey, gang, Bizzle, go take a walk, gang, because you're not finna shout out strippers in my stream. Bro.
That's crazy,
bro. I'm a Christian first, bro. Watch what you say. I know you joking, but careful, gang. Careful.
But yeah, stuff like that. And if you are a woman yourself and you talk like this, you got to switch it up. You got to switch it up. In your heart of hearts, you really want to be with somebody, or you really want to be married, or you really want to have a relationship. There's life and death in the power of the tongue. So because you're saying you don't need, guess what? You won't have. And don't get to asking God why. You already showed him why.
Yeah.
Came this far, let's see how things flow. But Shorty, in the back of her mind, already had it in mind. Like, I had to win her over. Like, put it better, I was swimming against the current the entire time. Even well before the voice note, I was swimming against the current. And it's not something I've encountered with other ladies.
Okay.
So you felt like you never had, like, an even shot or a chance?
Yeah. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Which is cool. It is what it is. Like, it's not no hard feelings, but that's 100% how I felt as time advanced and more signs.
And I can understand that, but I also have the context I have of you. So I have to listen to what you're saying, and I also have to add a grain of salt, because do I agree that is swimming against the current? 100%. You telling me I'm not your type? 100%. But comparing her to your other relationships, where you just told us all of your other relationships were not serious, that doesn't help you, because it's like everybody else, you was just going through the motions, getting what you wanted, having fun out of it.
Yeah.
You can't compare those. Those are not legit relationships.
They're not the same.
Those are not legit romantic relationships.
Yeah.
Those are you just having fun. You basically just had friends with benefits type energy.
Flings.
You had flings.
Yeah.
You can't compare a fling to somebody you're trying to date intentional, because there's things that intentional women will put up with and they won't put up with. An intentional woman will put up with XYZ, while I'm just here to smash, or I'm a fling will put up with ABC.
Yeah.
You can't compare those two, because they're two different.
Expectations are different.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. But can I say I understand him saying I felt like I was swimming against the current? You already comparing me to the people that you prefer, stuff like that. 100%. I can understand.
Because like I said, even that comment, most people, some dudes would have packed it up. I still was like, let me just flow with the date. Like, listen, let's just see how things go. But as time progressed and stuff like that, when somebody's really rocking with you, it's different. When they not rocking with you, you get more resistive energy.
Is she really intentional if she's going around saying that? Yes. And here's why I can break it down for yes. A lot of women pop that I don't need a man, I can do it by myself. I don't need a man, I don't need a man, I don't need a man.
Pride.
It's a prideful thing.
Yeah.
It's a prideful pump fake. Reality is they'll always say, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, but I want a man. I want a man.
And they're going to always say it to a man that they don't want. I don't need a man, I don't need a man.
Right. But there's a lot of women who pump that I don't need a man, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. And they play semantics with the word. In reality, they crave a man, they desire a man, and they can't wait to have a man.
Yeah.
But they don't want to come off, because the internet has taught us that when women say stuff like, oh, I want a husband, I need a husband, I can't wait to get a husband, oh, I can't wait for my husband. The internet has taught us to call those women pick-me's.
In my mind.
And every woman is afraid of getting labeled a pick-me now.
Yep. Married women get bullied.
Yes. Even married women get labeled pick-me's. If you're married, you're a pick-me. So a lot of women are following the trend of, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, because they don't want to be called the pick-me. Because the pick-me gets a label with all the other horrible things. Oh, you're a pick-me, so you just give it up to everybody. Oh, you're desperate. Oh, you're blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of intentional women who are putting up that pump fake because they don't want to get called the pick-me title. And so that's why I say, now, is this the case for every woman? No, take it with a grain of salt. Just because I can say it can apply to a group doesn't mean it applies to everybody. You get what I'm saying? So there is a lot of women who truly believe they don't need men. They don't need blah, blah, blah. And then there are some women that they say it because they don't want the backlash of saying it, but deep down inside, they know they need a man. You feel what I'm saying? Is it bad to be content as a single? No, the Bible tells you
there's blessing in singleness.
Yeah, the Bible tells you if you can stay single all the days of your life without falling into sin, stay single.
Yeah.
But if you can't handle it and you feel like you're falling into lust and temptation, it's better for you to fall into love and get somebody who is going to stop you from committing sin, and you get love and do all that, instead of being a person that you're single just having sex with every other person. So if you can stay single and it not negatively affect you and you're able to keep yourself holy, stay single. But if you know lust and the craving of sex and the desire of sex is so dangerous that it causes you to sin, then it's better for you to get married and be able to fulfill those desires with somebody who is going to love you and help you stay focused on God than go out willy-nilly and just do that. So yeah, there's power in singleness for sure.
Yeah, there is.
I would love to respond to that, but go ahead. I'm gonna let the hosts do their thing. I wanted to ask, did you both
like each other?
What do you mean?
Did you like?
What do you mean?
Because you said that's not.
I mean, she said that wasn't her usual type.
That's not.
Oh yeah, so that's one of the first things I wanted to touch on. When we walked out into the hallway after the show, after we matched, right? I said, I will say, and we were sitting on the couch. I said, I will say, I said, you're not something my usual like type, somebody I would actually go for. I said, but you're not unattractive. I find you attractive. And I said, I said, I will say that you're not, because the first thing that I told him, I said, I think I said this when you were out there, BM, that I was like, I'm not, the hair threw me off. When I seen his hair, and I was like, I'm trying not to be like that person, because like those types of things can change, right? If I thought that he wasn't attractive, I would have popped the balloon.
Okay.
I would have found a reason to pop the balloon, right? So I just told him, I said, I think me being honest about that specifically rubbed him the wrong way. I think immediately I was like, typically I'll go for X, Y, and Z. This is what I would
We're gonna turn the chat off.
Okay, so in her defense, she did say on the show the hair was something that she usually don't go for, right? But she also did say she wasn't trying to stay with her type. So she was trying to get something different, which is fair. So if she's letting people know I went against the grain of what I usually go for, I can understand this. But if she kept saying it over and over and over and over to him every time they were talking,
it comes off as nitpicky.
Yes, then I have a problem with it. But if she's letting him know at the end of the show, hey, I'm gonna let you know I usually go for this, but I'm trying to experience something different. I'm trying to break the mold and break the cycle. Then I'm not mad at her for trying to do that.
Particularly gravitate towards. But I said, because you are attractive, that's why I didn't pop my balloon. So I think, again, he talked about me dragging it. I feel like it was something, it may have been something that triggered him and like personally, right?
But can you see what he's saying though? Because when a woman says that to a man, then that's basically saying that like the man is feeling, what's the point of me trying if I'm not, if I'm not your type?
But I told him in that moment, like, because it's just like when anybody else sees somebody like, oh, not like my usual type, but like surprisingly, I'm attracted to this person. Like I wouldn't like necessarily go for this person on a going out like, oh look, oh hey, like what's up? But if I didn't pop your balloon and I'm sitting here talking to you, obviously I told you to your face, I find you attractive.
She didn't have negative intention in saying it, but she's not seeing where the negative energy can come from saying it.
Yes. Because just because you didn't pop the balloon doesn't mean anything.
Right. So I understand what she's trying to say. I usually go for A, B, C, D. That's my perfect ideal man. But you're good looking and I want to try it with you too. You look good. That's what she's trying to say.
Yeah, you look good, but you're not in the perfect category.
Right. That's where she's not understanding how it sounds. It still comes off as it basically like I'm not an A tier. I'm a B tier. You basically did that. I'm not A+ quality. I'm B+ quality. Mm-hmm. I'm still passing, but if somebody A+ would have came in, you would have went for A+.
Attractive, but you're not my usual type.
But when you say that to a man, Donald, quote me if I'm wrong. Did you feel like she wasn't into you when she said that?
Yeah, it doesn't strengthen her case. So yeah, I feel like I'm like, or it's like almost like nobody forced you. Like you could have popped. You feel me? Like that's what it was like. Why'd you do this? And I'll get into that later. But y'all go ahead.
Okay.
So already from the get-go, the ship is sinking because he's now thinking, okay, I have to try extra hard to win her over because I'm not her type.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get into conversations and now you're hearing him say stuff about, cheating and the stuff that is, so you're checking out. Like, you're like, you know what? I'm not down for this.
He barely just made by.
I feel like you're both just not compatible.
Yeah.
I gotta agree.
I agree too.
But I do want to make one other comment in response to what you said, Donald, because you said you made it seem like I just brought up I went on your
Dang, Donald! Dang, can you pour us a cup? God. Nah, can we go get some aloe vera?
Man, I don't drink no aloe vera water.
I do.
Okay, I'll get you one, man.
Dang, man.
But you better drink it and not leave it in the fridge. Yeah.
I
drink it and not leave it in the fridge.
I don't leave it in the fridge. When I have too many, I leave them in the fridge. Man.
They said that juice good, huh? Mm-hmm. He said hydrate. I'm out of water, man. I gotta sip, man.
Gotta hit me with
what you said, Donald, because you said you made it seem like I went on your page and I just brought up something about the girl on your page, right? We were in conversation for a while, and during that conversation, and I asked you, because we were talking about the interracial dating thing, and I asked, I said, because when I first followed you on Instagram, I didn't even go through your page, but then I looked and I was like, well, I want to see what his posts look like, because I'm sure you went through mine. But anyway, I went to see, and you didn't have many posts, and then I seen the girl.
That is fair.
What I said it earlier, man.
That is fair. Don't bring up me going through your page, knowing that you went through mine. That is fair. That's fair. That is, whether you're on his side or her side, that is a fair comeback. Don't bring up and get mad because don't bring up my page that I went through your page and then act like you didn't go through mine. Yeah. That is fair. Yeah. He just co-signed it. Look.
You went through mine. But anyway, I went to see, and you didn't have many posts.
He said, yeah.
And then I seen the girl. There's nothing wrong with that. I seen the girl, and I was like, "Oh, who was that? Like, was that your ex that you dated or whatever?" And he was like, "Oh no, that was a friend." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." Now you saying I didn't say my condolences. I said I'm sorry about that, but. Regardless, selective hearing. But yeah, so to me, I feel like you're trying to make me out to seem like I'm this non-compassionate, like mean, like person. Because everything that you're saying, like I'm like, whoa, you like I just brought it up randomly, and I'm like, that wasn't random. We were in conversation about interracial dating. I said I did.
Okay. Oh. Okay. That's why
context matters. Context matters.
Okay.
Context matters. Because, yeah.
Okay.
That's probably why she asked the question. Okay.
Right. Because the way he made it sound was just like she was just snooping through that snooping
through his page and then brought it up. But if you guys are having conversations about interracial dating, then I can understand why she see it and then want to ask to get a little bit more clarity. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to do this by example. I'm going to show Alex this. You guys can't see my screen, but I'm going to simulate opening up his IG on my phone. And I want to see if what I said was correct, that she didn't even have to do nothing. So we open this post.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. 4 swipe. It's not even 4.
No, it's actually just one. It's one full. It's not even a full swipe. So she didn't even.
It shows it in 6.
Hold on. Let me see.
So 1.
Look, you're still, well, man, I wish I could show y'all. Oh, wait, I can do this. Hold on. So I'm going to show y'all. So, because to paint the picture as if she was snooping through his page is kind of OD. So.
It's a public page. There's nothing to snoop on.
Right.
First of all, there's nothing to snoop on.
So I'm going to show you the picture as if she just opened up her phone on his page. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not that deep.
Because I do feel her on that. You just like that. That is OD way of painting this image.
Yeah, because he removed the context of that out. They were talking about interracial dating.
And context does matter. This is what it looks like on the phone.
Right.
So she didn't even have to swipe.
It's right there at the bottom.
It's right there. You feel me? It's right here. So to paint the image like she was like going through his page crazy, once you open his page and you just move the screen up, it's there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get what she's saying.
See this post on your page, was that your ex? Did that or did that not happen?
Not exactly the way you put it, but like I said, I didn't use the word mean. I didn't use the word aggressive or anything like that.
No, I didn't say you
Yeah,
did, but there's connotations with the way that you've been presenting things, and that's why I need to make sure that I clear things up, because when nobody's there to actually witness it besides me and you, unless we got it recorded
yeah,
or on in black and white, it's gonna be the way you present it and the way I present it.
yeah.
Right.
But even when you presented that specifically, it was like she just randomly brought up, oh, who's this? She didn't give me no condolences, and I'm like, that's not how it happened.
That is
Right.
true. That is how he painted it.
Yeah.
That is true. So we gotta hold him accountable to that one.
To me, it was random. It was to me.
We were talking about interracial relationships, and the girl looked like she was a white woman. And and you said your ex was a white woman. And I said, was that your ex? And you were like, no, that was a friend of mine who I was really close with. And you gave me the whole story.
And you said you was dating a white girl in the conversation.
Right.
And then she saw the picture of you standing next to the white lady, and she asked you. That sounds more realistic.
Yeah. And two, also, even though that could, in hypothetical, if that was actually his ex, and I'm getting to know someone, and I found out that was your ex on your Instagram page that you kept on your page since 2017, I'm gonna ask or wonder if you're healed from that, or if you're ready to even date, or if I'm even your type to be dating in that context.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you to remove it or take it down, because at the end of the day,
that's your page.
That's your page.
And we just met.
And if that holds sentimental value to you, then you, by all means, you can have it on your page.
So with full context, her argument makes sense. If you guys are having a conversation about interracial dating, and then you let me know in that conversation that you have been dating outside of your race, essentially, and there's a specific race of women you've been dating, then I open your page, and like we've all seen the screenshot.
Yeah,
right?
Nothing wrong with that.
I open your page, and you just told me you've been dating a Caucasian woman, and then I open your page, and I barely swipe up, and I see the girl. It would make sense for her to ask, "Oh, is this your ex?" Because you said you dated a Caucasian woman. This woman looks Caucasian. Is that your ex? So for him to say that, "Oh, that's not how it went," or blah blah blah, that don't make sense. That kind of her story makes sense.
And I said, oh. Like, no, that was a friend of mine who I was really close with, and you gave me the whole story. And I said, okay, I'm sorry about that. And then we continued our conversation as to what we were talking about.
Yes, to me, the experience was a little different, but there's no point in constantly going back and forth.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's moot. It's moot at this point.
If this is how your conversation was, I can see why you guys would be butting heads, because it seems like it's very hard for you both to agree on certain topics, you know, like there's a difference in the stories you're saying, and you know, getting involved in a serious relationship is about understanding each other and, you know, getting what people are saying.
If we are going off of the stories as they're being presented,
they're both telling the truth.
They're both telling the truth in their own way. Yeah. But if we give a timeline of these conversations, it feels like she has a very stable timeline, and his are kind of like all over the place.
Yeah, it's scattered.
Not saying he's wrong.
It's not the same timeline. It's just in the wrong order. Right.
It sounds all over the place. But the information he's saying is not wrong. It's just wrong. It's out of context, out of order, while she seems to have a very organized memory of what happened, how it happened, when it happened, and he doesn't. So it's making it harder to see his POV when you're saying she said this, but then she can give us the exact timestamp of when this happened. You know what I'm saying? Because timestamps matter.
Context matters.
Yeah. And I think you both you never really... you never got it started, did you?
Nah. Listen.
Too many roadblocks before they could get there.
Listen, I
think that I gave it a fair shot. I really do. I really do. Because there's a lot of things that I would have cut people off for immediately that, like, as soon as I heard it. And even the whole comment about I constantly would say, I don't need this, I don't need this. I would just make that's more so like about the things that are my hard yeses and my hard nos, my boundaries. It's like I'm not accepting X, Y, and Z. I'm a straight shooter.
I told you.
So those are the things. So it's like if that's how it's received, then that's how it's received. But it's not like I'm not like I don't need nobody in my, because if I didn't need nobody in my life, I wouldn't be trying to date nobody.
I told you, child. I told you. Man.
She been okay. Can we be truthful? All of his shots from his camp they were good aim shots, but the shield she's using to block the bullets have been phenomenal. Her defense has been extraordinary, and then all of her shots, even the shots that are not well aimed, they've been hitting something every time. And I have to be unbiased.
That's what I said. When I tell you women say, "Oh, I don't need a man," they saying it towards that man specifically. They're not saying it towards all men. It's something that you're doing and saying that making her say, "I don't need a man." She let you know, I don't need this.
Can we all agree, chat? She's been playing phenomenal defense this match, man. Her HP is at like 83%. His HP is like 12, gang. Like you feel what I'm saying? And it's sorry to say that, but she been playing good defense, man.
Defense.
She got Dennis Rodman on rebounds right now, and they going crazy, man. Even you don't gotta lie. You can still be his lawyer and tell the truth.
Right.
She talked. What does that mean?
Well,
she talks about. Well, we here for them to talk though.
go ahead. You have final thoughts, Donald?
Final thoughts is, like I said, is a lot of cap in this, because if I feel cheating's a deal breaker, right? As a lady, cool. Right then and there, after that first date, hey, listen, I didn't know about that at the show. You cheated in the past. I look at once a cheater, always a cheater, like you said. Right then and there, that Sunday night, I'm clipping it. We're not talking no more. Like, listen, nothing against you. I just want to take the chance. She checked out probably around since then, but still tried to act like she didn't check out. But she did check out, because even something she said that.
Oh, I don't think you realize it, but the angle you're attacking is a graceful angle, which is bad, and I'm gonna explain why. She found this out, but she was giving you the grace of, you just said your mind changed, you went through therapy, you're serious now. You just said all that. So if she found out about your cheating after you talked about how you went to therapy, you changed and everything, even though she probably felt like that was a room to check out, she probably tried to give you grace. Or some type of like, let me at least be considerate. He went to therapy, he's changed. That's what it sounds like to me. But if she weaponized it against him, then yeah.
At night, like, we at the bar. Like, if you're really giving things a fair shot, like you said, which you're not, we at the bar, and it was just a good vibe. And we in conversation. At some point, she literally brings up, I don't know if the drink had her feeling saucy or whatever. She brings up like for instance, she's like, I could have anybody in here, but like I'm not pressed. And I'm just like, who says that? Yeah, like, imagine y'all wouldn't even be where y'all are right now, husband and wife, if somebody said, like, you, who says that? So all these things are going into my mind, and then you saying this and that. No, you're not coming into, I don't know how the last time she dated post the actual relationship, but you're not going into something with a mindset like that and saying that you ready for marriage and stuff. You're not. And there was several other things. I'm not even going to get into the celebrity stuff. She know what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to touch on that. But it's just several things, like, you never gave it a fair shot. You should have just removed yourself from the situation off rip. There was so many things. It wasn't just that post. It was just mad things. Like, I could go on forever. And I discovered something about her career, one of her careers, that I didn't know initially on the show, right? I'm not going to divulge that information. It's up to her if she wants to. But that, in conjunction with many things she said, I never had a shot. I never had a shot. Like, I never had a shot. It was no fair shot. I never had a shot.
Hold on, bro. See, this is my problem. This is why, hold on. This is why the men end up looking so bad on the catch-ups, right?
The women be airing them out.
The women air it out, and then they call you guys out. But then y'all will have information and pump fake the information, and then wonder why y'all get the backlash. If she was doing all this, and you said there were several other things she did that violated, but you're not telling us, then we don't know what she did. We can't hold her accountable. Men, if y'all want us to hold the women accountable, y'all have to tell us what the women did.
Nah, because then sometimes when they do it, it'd be a handful of people in that audience. Oh, you acting like a female. Da 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 da. You doing what we don't give a doing. You snitching. Da 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 da. You should have just took it like a man.
I'm gonna tell you now.
Just kept your mouth shut.
I'm gonna tell you now. A lion does not give a darn about what the field mouse talks about, and that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. The lion does not give a crap about what the field mice is talking about. If we lions and we talking about lion stuff, I don't give a crap what a possum talking about, gang. I don't care. If we need to hold this woman accountable for what she did to you, why do we care about what the loser in the basement care? Let us, the people who got common sense and good character, hold you down. Don't die on information's looking like the bad guy when she was the supervillain. That's stupid, bruh.
Rawr.
But brother, when society starts shaming you, you feel different. He's getting shamed now.
He's getting shamed now.
So that's the thing y'all not seeing. The men are getting shamed now. If anything, you guys are taking the shame and dying with the shame, and then when y'all go to the grave, y'all go, oh yeah, by the way, I was innocent. What?
Then y'all wonder why women can't hold themselves accountable.
Y'all
not making them.
Y'all not forcing them. Y'all gotta make them be accountable. If she did something horrible, speak up. Don't let her go to the next guy with the same thing and mess him up. Man. She already let all the women know not to go for you. I'm not saying be petty tit for tat, but if she did something twisted, let us know. Mm-hmm. Don't pump fake it with us and be like, hey, she did this though. But I'm not gonna talk about it though. I'm not gonna talk about it, because if I do it, it's gonna cook her. If I do it, it's gonna cook her. As she's like, yeah, he cheated, he didn't take no relationship seriously, he said this, he did this, he did this, he did this, he did this, he's a bad person. And you in the background like, but she bad too, but I'm not gonna talk about it.
No, but look, Pete, this. Notice when the women say, yeah, but I know about this, and this, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Notice how when the women pump fake in the catch-ups, watch how the men react. Watch how their faces change. They start sitting up. They get to looking in the camera like this. He said, but I'm not gonna divulge this, and this. She ain't moved out one time.
Cause she know he's not going to. Either A, she's so confident he not going to, or B, she feel like she already got a defense for it and she ready for it.
Yep. The only thing she did was look in the camera. If you go back just a little bit, she looked in that camera, she said.
But that, in conjunction with many things she said, I never had a shot. I never had a shot. Like, I never had a shot. It was no fair shot. I never had a shot. Should have just said everybody at the time and just let it flow and just let me do my thing.
All right, Adrienne, any final thoughts?
I listen. I feel like the way that things are being presented right now is always something that's being omitted, right? I'm not the type of person that would just come out and just say that, right? We were in.
See, and then you mess up. You're giving her perfect chances to counter your attack.
Yep.
Because you're giving us clips of information.
Yep.
You're telling us, hey, there was a shooting. And then she's like, yes, there was a shooting because A, B, C, D, E. That's why the shooting happened in GTA. Mm-hmm. And then it makes you look bad again because you're not giving us the full context. She's able to give us context. and we need context to make our overall conclusion.
Right.
And then you're looking around like, dang man, why don't nobody believe me? You didn't give us nothing to believe in. We sat here this whole video. I've been trying to hold Shorty accountable, but then when she comes back with a good argument, it's like, well, dang, like, you know. Even right now, how I said she wrong for saying, I can get anybody in here. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
The fact that she said that, I say fryer, right? But if she has a valid reason of context on why she said it, I can still say she shouldn't have said it, but I can say, I understand why she said it though.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, gang. You gotta nip that in the bud. So let's see what she said.
Right. I'm not the type of person that would just come out and just say that, right? We were in conversation, and we were in conversation about specifically about like dating people, being able to get people, those types of things. So it's not like I just randomly said, you know what, I can have anybody in here. I would never say, that's not even me. And anybody who knows me knows that. So again, it seems to be a consistent thing. And I didn't think that, honestly, I didn't know what type of energy you was bringing today, Donald. And I was just kind of reserving for everything.
I told what I say.
She got him, man.
What did I say?
She got him. In my mind. She got him, man.
The best time to wear a striped sweater is never.
She got him.
The jacket set him up for failure, man.
She got him.
Ain't no way.
Because you threw out the accusation that she said, I can get everybody in here and I'm not tripping because I'm here with you. You made it sound like she was trying to brag and let you know that you should be lucky that she's with you. But if you're saying, if the full context was y'all were having a conversation about the dating sphere, who y'all can attract and who y'all can't attract, you just tried to weaponize context you tried to weaponize information out of context. That's slimy. So now you look bad again. Mm-hmm. She's getting you, bruh.
Knows that. So again, it seems to be a consistent thing, and I didn't think that, honestly, I didn't know what type of energy you was bringing today, Donald, and I was just kind of reserving for everything. But I'm actually shocked that this is the way that this is going. But I say that to say, I take responsibility for anything that I have ever said, but I also am not the type of person that will omit things to make the other person look like something that they're not. Anybody who knows me know I don't even talk like that. I don't speak like that unless I'm in conversation and there's a topic of discussion that needs to be discussed. So in that moment, I know exactly what moment he's talking about. It wasn't like we were just chilling, listening to vibe and listening to music. And I was like, you know what? I can have anybody in here. That's not even me. Because again, the context was, I'm single by choice, right? I'm single by choice because it's not like I can't get somebody. I could in this bar, I can look around and I've seen people looking at me and I can get, and if I really wanted to give them the time of day, I could, but I don't. When I go out, I don't do that. And again, trust me, if I have all this stuff on recording and send it to y'all or something like that, or had text messages and stuff, and y'all evaluated it from
we need some type of proof right now, because it's...
Hey, don't worry about it, VM. I got you. Because
oh no.
Holy! See you later, Thunder Pro.
Oh no. Oh no. She said, if you want the evidence, I'll give it to you. I don't know. What should he have done in this situation? I say, if it's me,
for real, Horchata, for real.
If it's me at this point, because I still don't agree with the statement of saying I could pull anybody. Even if we were having a conversation that led to that, even if we had a conversation that could lead to me saying like I could pull anybody in this room, because I'm on a date, I still wouldn't say it. So I still hold her to like, you shouldn't have said that. Facts.
Beautiful woman such as so. What are you doing being single?
Yeah, I still wouldn't have said it.
Yeah, but
I don't know, bro. It feel like everything he tried to pull here, because he he just kept taking stuff out of context. I would go full nuclear. That's just me. In my mind. That's just me. I'm already losing. All right, let's do it. I'm finna say everything. If I'm gonna look like an idiot on the internet, we all finna look like idiots on the internet. I'm finna say everything, bro. I'm going postal. I'm finna tell about what you said about the contestants. I'm finna say what you. I'm going. If my boat is sinking, I'm sinking you too. I'm going nuclear, bro.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not a perfect person. I would never claim to be one. But at the end of the day, I think it's important that things are not omitted when things are being spoke about. Because if I can say I said X, Y, and Z, even when he said that, I told him that initially, like you're not somebody I typically would go for. Me personally, I don't find anything wrong with that because I'm just being honest with you, but I'm also telling you that I find you attractive in that same breath. Right? I don't if
it still would come off wrong. I get you, intention, but we gotta remember intentionality. Just because the end result is what we got, the end result we wanted, doesn't mean that there was damage. That doesn't mean that there wasn't damage getting to that result.
Yeah, it still comes off a little bit rude.
It's still her problem. Her problem is she doesn't understand what she's saying, how it comes off.
Yes.
That's her problem.
Yes.
She doesn't have empathy in what she's saying.
Yes, because although it may be the truth,
it's still hurtful.
It's still hurtful. And to disregard how someone feels or how the truth may make someone feel,
that's her problem. It's backhanded compliment. It's not a compliment.
Yeah. If the cheating thing was he had a whole conversation with me in the car after he told me about the cheating thing. He gave me a whole dissertation about if somebody cheats once, does that make them a cheater? If somebody steals once, does that make them a thief? If somebody murders once, does that make them a murderer? Gave me a
how do you get the title without doing it? Yes. How do you get the title without doing it?
Wait.
What?
He said, oh, no. No,
man.
Nobody said. So because I cheat once, I'm a cheater?
Yes.
Well, if I kill somebody one time, does that make me a killer?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yes,
you may not do it anymore, but it doesn't take away the fact that you did it.
You know what? By you stopping to do it, you know what that makes you? An ex-cheater. You're a cheater. You were a cheater, but you're not doing it anymore. So you're an ex-cheater.
Yeah,
you're
a thief. Title.
You were a thief, but you're not a thief anymore. Ex-thief.
Yes.
You don't get the X on murderer. Once you murder, you still murder. Like, unless we find out you did it in self-defense and you were being under attack, then I don't know. I think the murderer thing, I don't know what that. I don't know, bro.
Okay, I'm right there with you. I'm an ex-rich person.
In his defense, he don't want to hold the label no more if he don't want to. Yeah, but people still have the right to label it.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't want to.
Look, you can want to be called a man of class and dignity, but if I have 8 videos of you smashing random broads in the alley for money,
yeah,
and I call you a prosty,
yeah,
you can say I don't do that no more. I don't want to be called that, but it's like, bro, the footage that I see, you're an ex-prosty. I saw it because you did
tell people that you don't want to be called that when you committed the act to be called that.
Facts.
It sucks. It hurts.
It hurts.
You don't want to hear it, but you shouldn't have did it.
Whole reasoning as to why and all of these things, right? So I listen to people. And let them explain their thought process because the way I think is not always going to align with the way somebody else is think. But
hold on, that's a bar. That's a big dog bar. Horchata said, ripping off the sticker still leaves the residue.
Horchata, what you feeling like today?
Ripping off the sticker still leaves residue. That's a bar.
Horchata was cutting up last week.
That don't mean that their thought process is wrong.
All right.
So therefore, that's why I give you the opportunity to speak and be yourself. And then I can analyze it and say, is this something that I agree with? Is this something that I can deal with? Blah, 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 and continue.
Yes, it does make you a barber, but you know what it doesn't make you? It doesn't make you a professional barber.
Exactly. A professional barber comes with the certifications.
Yes.
You don't have that. So technically, we are all barbers, hairstylists, and so on and so forth because we can know how to do our hair and maintain it. But it don't give you the right to go out there and cut somebody else's hair.
Yeah.
Because you ain't got the qualifications for it. You ain't go to school for it.
Because you have, by you cutting your own hair, you have experience being a barber. You have an experience cutting hair. Yeah. But you are not classically trained, nor do you have any profession in it.
You're a self-taught
So yes, you have experience being a barber. Thus, if you wanted to say, I've cut my hair before, I'm a barber, people would say, you're not qualified though. He said, I cannot win. It's okay. No. You tried though.
If it was clipped from then, I would have got on my plane and went back to Buffalo and said, have fun in the city.
All right, so to go ahead and wrap this up.
I'm sorry, Arlette and BL. I just don't like when people do that type of stuff to me. And so I'm definitely the type of person that's I'm not gonna let nothing like that slide without saying my piece and actually bringing up receipts and things like that for sure. So, and if you want them, I got them.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I want to imagine how it was between you two off camera, because you two are like, it's not flowing.
They oil and water, man.
So to wrap this up in a more cheerful note, what are some personal projects you guys are working on that the viewers can tune in?